It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC North. It's the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's coming up next.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other. From the moment they're tabbed, the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that will be talked about both for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Santos out for the opening kick. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. Ty Chandler to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Mason will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair, an eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he gets him around 6 there. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 from the 41. Williams on the play action. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jukes one defender. And the Vikings take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
On play action now, McCarthy. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. McCarthy looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Back to the air, McCarthy. That's caught for the first. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he only gets this one down to the 9. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Jones. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. He gets it headed right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. 3 straight runs, stop short of the end zone, and now what do they do on 4th and goal?
Well, this defense has risen to the occasion, and now, Kate, they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
3 plays haven't gotten it done, now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. McCarthy to throw for it. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Tyler Scott now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well after drive number 1 ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate, every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Williams from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That's into the hands of Moore. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. It's a 2-score game early. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Vikings and Aaron Jones headed back out there on offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Hit made by TJ Edwards. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jones once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll run the draw with Jones. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the run, so they're left with 4th and 7.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now we'll see Ryan Wright come on for the Vikings to punt this away on 4th. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Bears football. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Williams. Looking right, and he finds him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Blitz coming for Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down, here's Swift. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 36. It's taken in by fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. DJ Moore, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. His return makes it up to the 25. The Vikings offense back to the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motion man right is Jefferson. 1st and 10, here's Jones. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Vikings trying to add to their lead. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings double their lead to 14. Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Scott now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears going on offense here late in the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Harrison Smith in on the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the 34. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Escapes the pocket. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Williams to throw. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Williams. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the 1st. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw by Williams. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've reached halftime in Minneapolis with the Vikings out in front at the break. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. In the first half, we saw a solid outing by the quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Finds a man, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Going to run again with Swift. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd down, here's Williams. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They motion the slot man right. Straight ahead they go with Jones. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Going with Jones on the ground. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a give to Jones. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. A give left side to Jones. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got more. And he got this close to midfield before going out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Finds his man over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Swift. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him around 3, but a very big distance to address here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He lofts it, deep left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Vikings returning their offense and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. He rolls to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And they had that one contained right at the line. That was Montez Sweat who took him down.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Put a gold star on the grade sheet for that defensive coverage, even with plenty of time to throw it. That defense never gave the QB a lane to complete it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. McCarthy throwing here. Has the connection to Jones. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. The Bears about set for their next possession. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. First and 10 from the 41. Now Williams. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. So it's second down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Throwing again on second, Williams. Looking slant route, complete. And he's taken down at the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10 now from the 30. One in behind center with Swift. And they stop him after a pickup down to the 24. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Moore's got it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. They run with Swift. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Williams will look to throw. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Williams set to pass. Into traffic, complete. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Now a give to Swift. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears now within 1 score in the 4th. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Brought in right side. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down, ball at the 36. A give right side for Swift. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Staying grounded with Swift. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run it with Swift. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
First and 10. Ball set up at the 48. This time it's a passing play. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Able to get it to Moore. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll run now with Swift. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Setting up to pass. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 3rd and short.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. Sideline throw is incomplete. Should have been intercepted in all reality. Instead, 4th down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
On the give, it's Swift. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. Touchdown, Chicago. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Chandler now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings now set to take the field. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
He'll look to throw it. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a pin for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. Oh, he's calling his own number again. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. Still one more in their pocket to use. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. McCarthy looking to throw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Vikings out of the hurry-up, need everyone back to the line. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Locates Jefferson along the sideline, complete. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Here he is to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Here's Swift. And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. From the jaws of defeat, they snatched this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. He was looking for TJ Hawkinson. So it'll be 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's McCarthy to throw. Completed right side to Addison. And this one doesn't go far.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
And the Bears bring in an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. McCarthy to throw it. He puts some power on a deep one left. Brought in inside the 20. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take the lead in this game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Reichert on for the point after. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Scott now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bears are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got first down from the 31. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Escapes the pocket. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Williams to throw on first. it in over the middle, incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Moore's got it. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on fourth down. Williams from the gun. He finds him beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Fits it through the middle. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. It's a Roma Dudes, a touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears tie this game up. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's McCarthy. Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 4. This one's to Hawkinson outright. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, ball at the 36. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, and the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Jones once more. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, here's Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
This entire contest rests on his next kick. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. As they'll be left with just 1 more to work with here in OT. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. From the left hash, 54 yards out. The kick is off the mark, no good. And we're going to keep playing on in OT.
They sure gave him a chance, Kate. They went for the field goal that could have won the game. Safe to say, and this is the hard part about it being a kicker, is that image is going to flash through his head for a long time. But for now, we play on. Let's go.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Williams on the play action. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled. Went for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Swift gets it on the option. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll have none remaining in OT. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing now. Complete out to the right side. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down, here's Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Well, this is just the game that never ends, it seems. Shout out to my 80s kids. I know you know that song. That overtime is in the books. It is time to flip the field and start another overtime as we wait for a winner. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Going to run again with Swift. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10. On the ground with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They manage just 1 yard there. It's going to be 4th and 9. Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. He was good on his first attempt, and a second from a little over 45 here. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, this is from 47. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And they only needed a field goal to end it, as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bears winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.